What's good, everybody? This is Brickell French, model coach Brickell French of That's Brickell. And I have to apologize. It has been a minute since I've done Slightly Offended Fridays, but welcome to Slightly Offended Fridays. This is the first Friday of August and the last Friday that I'm going to see this current age. I'm not going to say my age because, I'm 25 still, so but I definitely, this one right here, this Slightly Offended Fridays is going to be really special. Special to me, and I'm sure that it will touch some other lives as well. So forgive me if I get a little emotional, but some things just need to be released. But welcome in, come on in, get your ears tuned in, feel free to share and invite some others to listen into the conversation too. Feel free to chime in. This is going to be a great conversation. So actually today, since I haven't really been on, like I said, it has been a minute. It was intentionally going to be every Friday, but it has not been. July was a little rocky. I had some trauma early on in the month that kind of shook me up a little, so I had to step back. But I'm going to talk more about that later in the conversation. But yes, welcome to Slightly Offended Fridays, where you may leave with your panties in a bunch, but it's all love. And you know what? Today, my panties is in a bunch, okay? And I have been slightly offended, more than slightly offended, but we're going to dive deep into the conversation. And I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I have been wanting to have this conversation, but I've been stalling. I've been like, I'm not ready. But this conversation needs to be had. And not just to release what I'm feeling, but also to kind of be a wedge for what someone else is experiencing and don't know how to release it. So, yeah, feel free to share this conversation. All right, where do I start? I'll start. So last Saturday, I was invited to actually be a co-host for this amazing mental health event hosted by Feel Good RVA. It was the 4th annual mental health event. When I tell you it was a great event, there was tons of resources for your mental health, as well as vendors and performances and a lot of different things happening to make sure that we address this conversation about mental health. And me being a model and a mom and everything else, I'm no different either. Mental health is very, very important to me. It has been a journey, but honestly, July really shook me up. I had attended an event and it was going well. And then all of a sudden, excuse my language, shit hit the fan. I was given something that I didn't know what it was, and the effects of it was very traumatizing. I actually ended up being rushed to the hospital. Yeah, it got real. And it's been a lot. It has been a lot. More so emotionally and mentally, but it had to happen to open up my eyes to some new barriers that I needed to put in place, and also to be able to speak on, because I am responsible for a lot. I have a platform and I have influence, and for me to make sure that I'm addressing conversations that need to be had, and I'm sharing experiences that I have gone through to help someone else, it really matters. And I wanted to leave this in my current age. My birthday's on Sunday. Excuse my teary eyes as I even trying to get started with the conversation. I wanted to leave this here, leave it right here, and grow from there. Thank you, Mia. I love you, girl. Appreciate you. Oh, Jesus. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, so yes. And I don't want to go so much into detail where I'm name dropping, but when I tell you it really exposed something within myself. All right, so here's what I learned from this whole situation. Thank you for the love. It exposed how, and I ain't want to cry, but heck, here we are. Here we are. So what I learned from the situation is that my expectation of people and how I feel like I should have been protected in the situation, I guess I was wrong. Because I know me, and when I tell you I love modeling, and I love, this is like the ugly cry. Jesus, hold on now. Work with me, y'all. When I tell you how I'm so passionate about advocating for models and model safety and making sure that I give what I learn and what I have learned. And I know for me, even if it's not in a model situation, girl code. Let's walk it back to even college. We come together, we leave together, and I'm making sure people are safe. If I see something off, whether I know the person or not, I'm going to say something. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to go see, hey, are you okay? Like, if you got a booger, I'm going to be like, hey, you might want to check yourself. Or if I see your bra tag out, I'm that person to make sure that you are good on all levels. If you're ashy, baby, I'm going to offer you some lotion, a little body butter, just to make sure that you are good. But when it comes to circumstances of safety, I'm not going to lie. I felt totally unprotected. I felt like thinking in my mind what I would have done to make sure that whomever I was around was good. My expectations was high as hell. And that's what I really have learned, and to not put the label of friend where it shouldn't be. And especially for me and growing my platform and my reach, understanding that my circle is my circle for a reason, and that they have qualified to be in that circle. And not everybody is meant to have that title, that access. But I love models. I love people. I love making sure that I am being a positive influence. This situation, I felt like compromised my whole character. I'm just like, yo, if I had known what this was, of course I would have said no. So I felt all kind of like violated and things like that. But then it also got me thinking about other women that go through situations where they've been violated too. Maybe not in a and there's many ways of being violated sexually, violated mentally, emotionally, situationally, all kind of stuff. But I felt like this situation, I was totally out, like, and I physically had no control. I could not use my limbs. I could barely even speak. And it was a lot. It definitely was very traumatizing. So like I said, that is why I kind of digressed. I stepped away. But it is a responsibility for me to speak on it, and also to say like, yo, even though I am a coach, life still happens to me too. However, now that I've gone through that, I can help the next person. I can help the next model, the next mother, the next individual grow and navigate through situations. But when I tell you, it has been a growing and discerning and rough month. But I thank you to my friends, my hardcore friends and my accountability circle. And thank you to the women that show true love and appreciation and check me when I'm wrong and help me out when I look crazy. Like, I don't have like sisters, but the sisterhood that I got with my girls, thank you. Thank you. I honestly have to say thank you. So me and my thinking that the girl code is, you know, everybody know girl code. It's like that unspoken like girl code of come together, leave together. I got you. I see something, like, even if it's something off, I'm gonna be the one to pull out my phone and try to record it and then go over there and say, hey, how can I help you? Like, something is off. Like, I don't care. I'm not about to fight, but I square up like I'm about to fight just to make sure that people are good. But no, that experience really took me to a place of, I was thrown totally off. Thrown off from work, my business. It made me question a lot of different things. We definitely feed off of each other. So thank you, Mia. You always hold me up. Yes. And I wanted to leave this energy in my current age. Those of you that know me, my current age is being left in this current age. But, you know, my model age, I'm 25 again, okay? But I needed to release this. And I have a therapist, and I encourage everyone to get one, especially in this time. I advocate for using your resources, whether that is choosing the right friends, cutting off individuals that need to be cut off for your own health and your mental peace and all of that. And also putting distance in between professional clients, friends, so like, I never really had to establish that in my mind, but with the situation, it really has become clear, like, oh shoot, I'm elevating and I'm going to continue to elevate in Jesus' name. And I need to make sure that I make a distinction of personal and business and set the right expectations, because when I tell you, I felt like I was totally incapacitated. And it took me, I don't know how long, to utter the words, "Can you wipe the tears from my face?" to the person that was beside me, because I physically could not do it. I couldn't pull down my dress. I'm just like, me in my mind, I don't do this. I don't conduct myself like this. And I'm just like, I don't even want to be out. Like, when I did the mental health event last Saturday, and before the event was over, I even told them, I'm like, it took a lot for me, it took a lot for me to still hold my commitment and still host this event, because I really wanted to go home and give me a pint of ice cream and watch some Netflix. Like, not even gonna lie. But I knew that being around people, getting the mental health resources, and leveraging this opportunity to share my story, it will help people. And I have to live a life that's not for me. It's to reach people. So even though it's hard for me, like, I don't be on social media crying, girl, no. I might be in church crying, but you won't catch me on social media crying. But I just had such a pull on me to make sure that I share. And please don't take it the wrong way if I put a little distance here or there, or I'm still navigating this healing process and figuring out these boundaries as business and personal and everywhere else in between. And thank you for all the love, and thank you for the comments. Yes, boundaries, absolutely, Donna. And it's not just with business. It's making me realize I'm different. And the level that I'm different, other people have different capacities. And I can't expect somebody else to reach the level of capacity that I have, that I'm willing to give. But yeah, it was a lot, and it still is a lot. And honestly, I'm just like, Lord, it happened for a reason, and I can't just hold that within myself. So be on the lookout for a book, like something, because it's not just this experience. Like when it happened, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be viral. Like, because when I tell you I was a spectacle, I saw people taking pictures of me. I saw how just left out in the wild I was. Like, I literally could not move. I couldn't even feed myself. I had ordered food before it happened, because I'm just like, all right, well, let me at least eat before this stuff take effect, because I'm over here tripping. The food came and I couldn't even put it in my mouth. I could not put it in my mouth. And the person beside me had to even help me in the bathroom. Like, I had never experienced anything like this before. But it just reiterated how much I love people, and I have a responsibility to help protect models and advocate for models and continue to be a coach that I am, and help people avoid the stuff, the muck, the issues that come along with the industry. And it's not even just the industry, because it could have happened to anybody, any place, anywhere. But it's just the fact of, I gotta speak on it. Like, I used to be really shy, and I didn't want to voice on things because I didn't feel like people cared. But no, God said, speak. So that's what I'm doing. And that's what some people might be offended. But hello, this is Slightly Offended Fridays. If you are offended, welcome. Okay? Because I was a hell of offended. And it is what it is. Like, and now it's time to figure out moving forward in that matter. But it was very eye-opening and very heartbreaking to come to this thought pattern that, people may say, oh yeah, I rock with you, but when shit hit the fan, excuse me, are they really rocking with you? Because I know how hard I will go for my people, for my clients, for my friends, for my neighbors, for my loved ones. Like, I know how hard I would go. But to have that expectation for others, I was wrong. I will admit my fault in the situation, and for being unaware of what the hell I was being given, because I would have not accepted it. Because, oh my gosh, I still have flashbacks. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I saw people taking pictures, like, and then to be freaking, I had to get in the freaking ambulance to get to the like, it went down the freaking drain. But anyway, I am leaving all of this right here. And if you are watching this on replay, share a comment, a story, if you can understand how, like, it's not okay just to, I felt like power was taken from me. I did. I felt powerless. And I'm a very professional person, especially when it's business time, it's business. But even when it's personal, I ain't out here doing crazy stuff. You may see me maybe a little two-piece or something, but I am not the one that's going to be out here living one way and then presenting my brand and character as one way, but then putting on a whole different mask. No, I'm not doing that. So for moving forward, if you see something questionable, please, people, say something. Don't have people out here looking terrible. If you see somebody, if you, down to the littlest things. If you, look, I'm trying to tell you, if lipstick is on my teeth, please don't have me cheesing with a lower lip. Like, please. Even if you just hold up a mirror to me. If you can't say it, just hold up a mirror and just be like, you got a little. But I mean, that's just me. Yeah, I have been real hesitant, but going forward, yes, I'm going to continue to do my Slightly Offended Fridays. And, you know, stuff is going to be continuing on. And this will not stop me. So it may have been a little hiccup, a little speed bump for July, but my birthday is on Sunday, and I am going into it full-fledged with a new mind, a new heart. I'm clearing out stuff in my house, and my phone, and my email, my mind. Like, I'm not for it. And I'm sorry, even old relationships and old good morning beautifuls, you getting done with too, okay? All of that is getting cleared out, okay? But I really hope that this helped someone. Yes, Donna, okay, cool. Look for it. Yes, Slightly Offended Fridays every Friday. Typically it's going to be later in the evening. You know, I got my little one sleeping there, so I'm sure he's not really asleep. But even the conversation, like, after it happened, I had to go right back to mommy duty. Like, my parents had to drive down from Richmond to the location of where the hospital was. Hours later, I had to get my son, and I had to explain to him, like, he knew I was off, and I couldn't fake it. I could barely even, I was still just in a freaking trance, like, yo, did that just happen? But the next day after, I ended up telling him, I'm just like, choose your friends wisely, but also be a good friend. Don't be out here expecting somebody to do something that you're not going to do for yourself and help do for others. It's like, when you do have trauma, please don't brush it under the rug. Be free. Like, get the healing that you need. Find the resources. Connect with the right people. Even if you have to detach from some people, but don't just totally go silent, go into depression. I'm not gonna lie, it was some days where I was just like, oh geez, like, but I said no. I'm reminded of my vision, reminded of the goal, reminded of all the things that I'm blessed with, and I can't stop. Like, no. That's not what's happening here. This is just a little pause, a little yield, maybe even a little merge off on the side of the road, but life don't stop. And this only showed me that there is so much more that I have to offer people, just offer in general. So I hope this helped. And I really, even through my online model coaching program, safety is one of the things that I talk about. And I just felt so silly because I'm just like, yo, I'm teaching on it, but shit. I mean, yes, I am. I'm in this stuff with you, and I'm helping you, and I'm teaching, and I'm not just telling you something that I have not experienced. And I also have coaches that coach me. So I'm not just out here, oh, I think, no. I have coaches, I have accountability partners, and I'm making sure that I'm doing my health, my healing, my growth for my business, for myself, to make sure that I am helping you through your stuff, because these mental matters, they have so much effect and they reach wide and far. So for me to make sure that I continue to push through and I show you, hey, yeah, I know my eyes are a little red right now. I know it's not eyeshadow. Like, this is real. And yes, depression is so real. Absolutely, Donna. Wouldn't wish it on the worst enemy. I mean, it's a lot. And a lot of people do go through stuff alone. And I'm so glad that I have my girls around me, and they even confirm, hey, take some time. Take some time. Don't feel bad about it. You will be able to come to it when you can. And actually, one of my accountability partners was like, well, you'll know that you heal from it once you're able to talk about it and not cry. And clearly, I'm in church crying, the Holy Spirit done hit me or something. But it is what it is. Like, this is me. I am model coach Brickell French of That's Brickell, and this is what you get. Like, I'm not out here faking it. I'm not. Like, and it is so hard for me just to put on a fake face. Like, my friends know, like, whatever I'm feeling, my face will show it, typically first. And yes, I appreciate you too, for sure. Healing is a process, definitely. Thank you, Stevie, because look, I had expectations for myself of, oh my gosh, I'm not over it by now. I'm trying to get back to business and back to, you know, the standards at which I put myself to. My therapist was like, look, it's okay. You're still in a healing process, and the goal is still the goal. It's not like it's been deleted. No, I'm still going to be pressing on, and I thank you. I thank you for all the true friends. I thank you for the people that give me the good, bad, and the ugly. And I'm glad that it didn't go worse, because there are some people that go through situations that are compromised and end up in a worse situation. So I'm grateful that I'm still alive to even talk about it. Very still emotional about it, definitely. But it's all good. It's all love. So yes, I'm leaving partially with my panties in a bunch because I was slightly offended, but I feel slightly better as well. So it has been Slightly Offended Fridays. If you are a model, if you want help with navigating the journey, if you just are like, oh my gosh, I'm just spending too much money. If you are going through this journey alone, don't. You don't have to. Be sure to go to www.workwithbrickell.com and get on my list and see my case study that I talk about my experience getting into modeling and going through rejection and going through the start of my journey and where I am today and how I can really help you. Clearly, I'm still a model and going through this journey as well, but I can help you avoid the mishaps and things that I have gone through and help you get to your goals and dreams. Like, I'm still working towards mine, and I can help you at yours. And you see one of my magazine covers is up there as well. So, I mean, I'm not out here telling you something that I'm not doing or I haven't done. Okay? Just want to put that right there. Yes, thank you, Stevie. www.workwithbrickell.com. And follow me on all platforms at That's Brickell. And yeah, next time you see me, I won't be over here crying. Okay, all right. But it is what it is. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the love and support. And I'll see you guys next Friday on Slightly Offended Fridays.